Do 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 do. I'm gonna. Here. Going live in a minute. Going live in a minute. Gonna put stuff on here. Go live in a minute. Pasting, pasting, pasting. Hey. Good morning. Get this going here. Hey there. Good morning. Thanks for being here as we bottle another beer. We're gonna bottle our Black IPA. I'm gonna kind of shift stuff around, get stuff ready to go here, and we'll get going. Hope y'all are well. Feeling good. This is our third bottling day in a row. So we have our Black IPA here that we're gonna go have some fun with here. Yeah. So I'm gonna get the stuff we need. I'm gonna kind of spray the lid down. Get our bucket opener. We have a thermometer, which is great. I spray the lid down and the area around it with some sanitizer in case there's anything wet on there or like hair or dust, and kind of keep that trapped. Got our bucket opener. It's like a little plastic wrench. I'm just gonna get the airlock off of here and start opening this, and let's see what kind of beer we got here. This is our Black IPA. Hopefully it's turned out. It's been sitting with hops for the last 8-9 days now. So hopefully it's nice and hoppy and bitter and a nice dark color. Oh, yeah, it smells like beer. That's a good sign. Look at that, we made some beer. Hey, that's awesome. Let's get our hydrometer and check our gravity reading before we do our sugar in the pan thing. So we were 1.016 when we transferred this to secondary. So let's see where we're at. Or we're 1.014 for our gravity reading. So yeah, see where we're at. Smells nice and hoppy. We're at 1.012. So it dropped a smidge more, which that gives us an ABV 8.3. So we assumed it was going to be 8.19, so we're pretty close there. That's great. All right. If you're in the chat, throw me some beer emojis in the chat. Let me know you're there. Let's celebrate. We made some beer. Oh, there's a host. Empty Bacon. Thanks for that host, man. Good morning. How are you? You made it. We're just starting. You're here for the beginning. We just checked our gravity level of the beer, which is we're 1.012, but that means it gives us an ABV of 8.3%. So it's a nice dark color there. We're gonna add our priming sugar in here into our pan. I'll kind of bring the camera around here so you can kind of see this part of it. A little bit down there. Yep. So I've got a little scale here. I want to double check. We're gonna go for a typical IPA amount of sugar. And we're at 68 degrees. Come on now, go back. Checking our calculations here. 8 degrees. Hey-oh! AW Rebels, thank you for the follow. Thanks for being here and being part of the brew crew. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you. We're bottling a beer today. And how much do we have in here? Marked. Please let this bucket be marked. 12. Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. It's not. Look at that. Beer is good. Beer is good. Let's go drink. I have nothing to chug. I'll chug some water. I have no beer. All right. So the chug command, I'll chug something. I just did some water. So we're going to add in 4.6 ounces of sugar here. I'm going to zero out the scale. We're using just corn sugar. It's going to look kind of like a nice fine white powder. Not from Colombia. from Ohio. So we want 4.6 ounces here. What we're doing with this sugar, we're going to add this into our bottling bucket here, which is next to me. I'm pulling out extra sugar here because I've gone over. There we go. There's 4.6 ounces. That's what we want. So we're going to add this into this bucket here, right next to us, that I'm tapping on. We're going to add that sugar in there with a little bit of water. We're going to dissolve it in some water. And then we're going to pump the beer into this bucket. And that's going to mix with the sugar. And then the yeast that's still in our beer, that will eat that, ferment a little more. And then it's also going to carbonate our beer. So we're bottle conditioning our beers. So get a little water in here, a little hot water. I'm going to come back over here to the stove, fire that up. So, how's everybody doing this morning? A chug token? Nice. Maybe later. Tired, Bacon? Yeah. I slept in till 7, which is crazy that I think 7 a.m. is sleeping in. So now I'm just kind of over here on the stove. And we're just kind of dissolving this. We don't want to get to boiling, but we need to get it hot enough where the sugar will dissolve. Once it's clear, good Lord, 1 a.m. Once this is clear, we'll dump it in that bucket. Oh, nice, yeah. I let our dog out and she came right into bed and laid back down. She's pretty lazy this morning, which is nice. So I actually got up before the girls did. Oh, one of the cameras isn't working. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. Huh. There it is. Come on now, wakey wakey camera, kitchen camera. Working, there we go. There's our kitchen. Yay, everything's working now. So yeah, once this gets cleared, we're gonna pour it in the bottling bucket. I'll swirl it around, give it a swirly, if you will, until it cools down. We don't want it too hot, otherwise it'll kill the yeast. So we don't have much yeast left in there because we did transfer this to the bucket that it's in now with these 3 ounces of hops. But there is some yeast in there, so we don't want to kill any of it. We want as much of it to be alive as we can. So once this is clear, we'll dump it in the bottling bucket and then we'll transfer it. And I'm going to say I have 54 bottles here behind me. Actually, I already have them out. I forgot we have a drying stand that dries them upside down, so we don't need to keep them in the dishwasher. And it's less glass clinking for you guys and easier on your ears. So just kind of swirling this a little bit. Nice, easy morning. I'm glad we're on the 3rd day of bottling. We have 3 buckets left in the closet now, or two big ones and 1 little one. So we'll leave on vacation with 2 in there, and we'll bottle those when we get back. Well, Bacon, thanks for being here, man. Even though you're tired and hanging out. AW Rebels, thanks for the follow and hanging out. I appreciate you guys being here. Wednesday, we'll have another bottling stream. It'll be me solo bottling our Danish lager. We'll do our brew chat Thursday. Kind of hang out. Maybe we'll co-stream again with somebody. And then brew day is Saturday. We're going to make a raspberry ale. And then originally the 25th, I was going to do our Thanksgiving beer. I'm going to wait a couple weeks. I'm going to do the red ale. We're going to do a rad red ale for Empty Bacon. We're going to do one there. And if I had more time and I wasn't leaving on vacation, I would do a bamboo beer then too. Hey, Fielder's Choice, good morning. Bacon and Brew Fam, I like it. Fielders, how are you this morning? We're just getting our sugar here dissolved in water. We're going to put it in our bottling bucket. So now we got to cool this down. So Fielders, our beer ended up being beautiful. It's 8.3%. So those are our hop sacks that we added. Waka wak, whack whack. Happy walking morning. So those are our hop sacks. We added 2 ounces of Citra hops and 1 ounce of Cascade hops 9 days ago, I think. They've been sitting in here kind of adding some bitterness and some flavor and aroma to the beer. So this should end up being a pretty bitter beer. So we're calling it My Dark Heart. So I'm just kind of taking a bottling bucket here, just kind of swirling it. It does have our nozzle on there. Pointed up. It's excited to get the beer. I pointed up so I can put it on the floor and pump the beer from this container to this bucket. Then we'll move stuff around. I've got the bottles out. We're gonna bottle and cap them. Kelly will be in to cap them and put the labels on. You can see the label up over there. Middle. That's our label for today. We're using black caps of this, so it's gonna look pretty dark and cool, I think. So, almost there. I wish it was cold out. I'd just go outside with it for a minute. Put it in some snow. So yeah, fielders, I don't know if you caught that, but we're down to 2 big buckets and the little bucket in the 4th room now. Wednesday we'll take one of those big ones away again. I think fat is my one naughty word. I got tired of people coming in and calling me a fat guy. I don't know. I should probably just get rid of that. I love winter too. I love winter. I love snow. I love fall. I don't like heat and humidity at all, like ever. Anything where it feels like I'm baking a cake in my shorts, I'm not a fan of that. So it's not fun. So it's actually about 80 degrees today. It shouldn't be too bad, which is nice. So we may go up out on the deck again. Like, yeah, I've had that. I get like that. Like some guys come in and do that, or like, hey, shave the beard. I'm not shaving the beard. That's nice. He called you kid, though. That's good. All right, so we're nice and cool now. I'm gonna get our auto siphon here. I've got our tasting glass. We'll draw a sample in here. We'll try that. Yeah, I know. I'm not shaving the beard. I can't shave the beard. I'd look goofy without the beard. So I'm grabbing our 3 parts of our auto siphon here. And for those just joining us for Bacon, because he hasn't been here, he's kind of missed some of these streams. So our main chamber of our auto siphon here goes in the beer. This is the pump arm that goes in. And basically you push down like that, it forces it up the small tube, out the end into our tubing here, and that'll transfer it into the bottling bucket. And I've learned that you can let gravity do all the work. So fielders, what we do, let me grab our hydrometer here, I'll show you. So we have a hydrometer. Let me wash this, it's in the soap, hold on. So when we were done on brew day, we took our specific gravity, an original gravity number. We use this thing here called a hydrometer. Looks like a thermometer. It measures the density, basically, like the sugar level. So I'm gonna dunk it in our sanitizer here, and see if we can get a good look at this. I'll show you what it looks like when it's floating in the beer. See if I can get down there. Come on, camera, get straight. You can see it floating there. I think it's pretty good there. So that'll tell us, so we do a little math. So we'll check it here, we spin it, just kind of see. 1.012. So you just do some math. It was 1.075 when we started, when it started fermenting. So it's original gravity minus final gravity, and then there's like a constant you multiply by, and that gives you the ABV. I just use Brewer's Friend ABV calculator. You type in your starting number and then your second number, and it tells you what your ABV is. So we're just measuring sugar content. So this beer should have a little hint of sweetness. It's going to be fairly dry. So I'm going to start pumping it here. Oh, look at that. Bring this down here so you guys can see the beer in the bucket down there. Look how dark that is. It's like cola. Hey, Cass, how are you? Good morning. We're bottling our beer. We're transferring our beer to our bottling bucket here. I'm going to take a sample in a second. Thanks for being here. Welcome. I'll pull the tube out here. It looks like cola. Get a nice sample pull. We should end up with about 5.5 gallons in here. So look how dark that is. It's so dark. Oh, here goes. Let's taste it now. Oh, you get some floral, citrus, hoppy aroma. Yeah, it's very dark. Oh, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different hop. It's really good. It's hoppy, but like it meshes well with the flavor of the beer. That's good. You know what? Spam some beer emotes in chat. We made beer. Look at this. We made a nice dark, My Dark Heart, a black IPA. Our first IPA beer. Yeah, Throw some, get some beers in chat. Fill that chat up. Heck, Bacon, do some wok woks. Throw some beers. Das Boot. Yes. We made beer, guys. Kelly, you got to try this one. This is good. I'm happy. This is a good Sunday. Good way to start Sunday. I guess we've already started Sunday a bit ago, but this is a nice morning interlude. Yes. There we go. Hey, Invictus Wolf, thanks for those beers in chat. Thank you for being here. Awesome. So yeah, we should end up with, I'll show this over here behind me. This is our bottle rack, which I don't know why I've never thought of this, but instead of pulling the bottles out, Fielder's Choice says good morning. She shot a good morning back. She'll be in a minute. So we have our drying rack, and I already pulled the bottles out of the dishwasher to kind of spare you guys the sounds and the clanging. So, and to kind of speed this up just a little bit. It's not so much dead air with us kind of pulling bottles out then. So, man, this is good. Warm and flat, it's good. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like when it's fermented and cold. That is really good. Oh, I have to admit, I'm glad that it's Sunday and we're on our third batch here. It's Friday, I was freaking out about having to do all this bottling. It's a lot. So we have a friend, his birthday is coming up. Next weekend, we're going to a surprise party for him. Hopefully he's not watching and lurking. I don't see him. But I'm going to take him a 6-pack of our beer. And Kelly was like, what about a whole case? And I'm like, I'm not sharing that much. Which I should. We'll have 20 cases when we're done with these two. Although we had to drink some. Yeah, this is way better. So I've got 54 bottles here ready to go for us. So this should be pretty quick. I actually may move. No, I'll keep them there. That works. I'll put this down because the bucket will go here where I'm looking at my tablet. That's going to go down here. Kind of stay out of the way. 2 cases into 6. I don't know if I like them that much. So this is really easy to see in the bucket where we're at. We're at 3.5 gallons. It's so dark. Pictures. I always forget pictures. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. Beautiful. It is Guinness dark. It's kind of thick, almost stouty thickness. It's interesting how we did these 2 beers yesterday and today, the white stout and the black IPA. Like we took elements of, we kind of switched them. Interesting, like, you know, you'd think the light one would be hoppy and this one would be more sweeter, have a coffee flavor. It's going to be fun to have people try these together, I think. Kind of a yin and yang kind of a thing. So we're trying to plan a to-do, have some friends over to do a tasting again, like more friends, not just, 2. I have a bunch of people over, so. I didn't do the command yet, but if you follow me on Twitter, these hats right here, the Brew Crew hat, if you're interested in buying a hat, I've got an order form set up on Custom Ink. If we do 25 hats, they're $19.46. If we order 25, they'll ship them and print them, and I will send them. They'll ship them to me, and I will pay the shipping cost to get them to you. So if you're interested, I don't know, Fielders, if you want to take the time, or Bacon, find the time to find that tweet and put it in chat, great. If not, no big deal. But we are going to order these hats. A lot of people started to kind of give feedback on them and say they like them a lot. So feel free, no pressure. We sell 25, great. If not, no skin off my back. I don't see any of the money anyway. It's all going to Custom Ink for printing them and stuff. So you can get a hat. Here, I'll bring it up close there. The Brew Crew cap. It's 1946. It is a trucker hat, so it's a snapback. So I have a very large head, so it even fits my giant gourd. It's snapback, yeah. The ones, like the flex ones, didn't look good. They were all like bunched up and stuff in the back. So plus, to keep cost on it, it's snapback. So Kelly's gonna try the beer. Smells hoppy, but it doesn't taste that bad. There's a lot going on in there. Come around here and try it on camera. Let's see Kelly's face. Come on. Kelly's coming around to try the beer on camera. Bacon, yeah, usually I am too. I like fitted hats a lot, but my head is large, so it's hard to find them in my size. There's Kelly. She's going to try the beer. Give it a go.
I think I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. Kelly hates hoppy beer, so this should be good. So I'll watch her face. That's insincere. What do you think? Oh, we got a not bad from Kelly. Sweet, she's not calling dibs in this one. I get it. You heard it here. All right, so we're done draining. That was not my stomach. It was actually the beer draining. So, pull the hose out, get this last little bit out. Yes. Those hops we'll throw away in a little bit. Whoops. So now we're going to kind of shift some stuff around here and get ready with bottling. I got to lift the giant bucket with 5.5 gallons up. So, Kelly, I hope we'll grab the arm, the bottling wand. Lift with your knees, not your back. Dude, those are giant shoes. Yeah, here. I need the bottling wand. Wouldn't mind. Washing your hands, everybody. The action, the magic, the money shot's gonna be right there. Bacon, those are giant shoes, man. I like it. I'm out of water. You guys let me chug water, and I owe a chug apparently. Later. So our bottling wand has a magical tip on it. Didn't sound right. So what happens is the bottling wand's gonna go on this red thing. They have big feet. So there's black tip here. When this touches the bottom of the bottle, that's how the bottles fill. So it's hard to find socks. Yes. I would believe that. That is a true statement. So we'll show a few of the bottles getting filled, and I'll switch back and forth. Usually keep a couple over here. It's easy to grab. We only had one bottle overfill so far. So turn the thing on, turn the spout on. Now push up gently, and it starts filling the bottle. I'm going to fill it to about here with the wand in it, and then when I take it out, there'll be enough room there. I think a fitted hat, I'm a 7 3/4 or 8. It depends on the hat. So it's hard to order hats. So I'm going to fill a couple here before Kelly gets to capping, and I'll turn the camera around and you can see how that goes. So yeah, similar size head fielders. Kelly's going to cap and label at the same time. See, we'll show this bottle here. No, not that one. Is it crooked? I decided not to go with music today because I kind of like the sound of the chunker in the background and just kind of talking. And also with the extra Star Wars commands. Oh, there are Star Wars commands, fielders. I don't know if I don't think you were here yesterday for those. They should be ready in anticipation for our Star Wars brew days. So Kelly's got one here. Hold on one sec. Hold on, Kel. Hold on. Hold on. I want to show that part of it. So here's our bottle. Look at that. It's very pretty. Is it not showing up? Oh, that's why. Hold on. Oh, it's being stinky. Squirt bot. Where's the window? Hold on. Give me one sec, guys. I don't know why Squirtbot's being weird. Being a butt. Kel, can you hold this bottle here a sec? Working. Now I want it to work. I want it to work now. There we go. All right, now those commands will really work for real. For real, for real. Yeah, we are going to talk Star Wars. There we go. I think we should. I think with Jork that'd be fun. I actually was thinking on one of the brew days, or maybe like the brew chats during the Star Wars beers, have Jork on the co-stream like during a brew chat. Or even have him on like maybe for part of the brew day or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would work in the kitchen. I'd have to get a Bluetooth headset or something so I can listen, something I can move around and do. So I'm going to turn the camera here so you can see Kelly kind of do the capping and stuff. So she's putting the cap on there. She just chunks it. So we'll kind of show her end things here. I think it'd be cool. I got to email them, or I think I just message them on Discord email. Nobody emails anymore. It's Discord and Twitter now, I feel like. Eventually what I want to do is get a camera, another one here, that'll go that I can kind of flip. Hey-oh! Sir Nerds a lot. Thanks for the host. Good morning. How are you? We're bottling our Black IPA, My Dark Heart. It's very dark and very bitter. So Kelly is capping there. I'll bring this over here. Look how dark that is, man. Cheers. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the shout out, Fielders. Let's give Bacon a shout out too, and give yourself a shout out. These three guys, if you're not following Fielder's Choice or Empty Bacon or Sir Nerds a Lot, you guys are missing out. They're really great streamers here. Fielders is a great streamer, and he's also a great help. Bacon is too. This group of people that I've gotten to know here, they are like family. It's more like people talk about it being a community. It kind of feels like family a little bit. You're a streamer. You're a Doge streamer. So we're filling up. I'm going to guess we're going to have 52, 53 bottles maybe. We'll see. I've been off a little bit. So Kelly is capping and labeling our bottles. She's much quicker than I am. Well, you're also a partnered streamer. You got that fancy button. Sir Nerds, some root beer? I want to do some root beer, like hard root beer or regular root beer. What are you doing wrong, Fielders? Regular works? Okay. I do have openings. If you scroll down, I'm going to move the Thanksgiving beer back a little bit. Because we don't need it so early. I'm going to do the Empty Bacon, the Red Ale. We're going to do that on the 25th instead. But there are still a few TBDs in there. One of them is going to be a bamboo beer, which should be fun. We'll get Bebsy's face rig picture on there. With his tiny little hands. And then, yeah, we'll do a root beer maybe. We're going to do a mead. Maybe the day we do mead, we'll do a root beer too. So we do have a few bottles with some of the sticker goo from the last batch. On the outside, it's been sanitized in the dishwasher. We're just going to put the new label over this. And only you guys will know because I've said it. And we'll know. But that'll be like our secret. So Bacon, there's a root beer here. It's called Not Your Dad's Root Beer. And they sell it. There's like a 5% and a 10%. But I've had the 20% at the bar connected with the brewery. They serve it in a 4-ounce glass. It's a 20% root beer. Thanks. I love this thing. So far, like the 20-foot cord hasn't been bad. So, and Bacon, I found the noise suppression and the noise gate filters and added those in. So hopefully that's helping. So thank you guys for the tips. So eventually I'll get something wireless and like maybe even a wireless headset that I can use. And then it'll make using Discord in the kitchen a little easier. Mechanical Crazy Uncles. Okay. Yeah, they have like an orange one too. Like an orange soda, like an alcoholic orange soda, which put vodka in orange soda. No tripping so far, and yet I have not cut the cord. Like, and the cord's small enough where you can see it's pretty thin there. I have plenty that I can kind of. It hadn't gotten caught up on anything really. I think the only time it came off was I went over to the table and wasn't thinking. I took the grains over there and it was like, I just yanked it off my shirt. Luckily, I was off camera for that. But eventually, I want to get a camera with this one that I'm tapping on and have it facing me, or the bottling thing, and then just have it kind of rotate between the two. Mike's hard. Mike's hard what? So we'll give a shot of all these kind of lined up. We lined them up like a little army. You know, like you're a kid, you used to line up your toys like a little army kind of a thing, or your cars. I do that. We do that with the beers too. So, Sir Nerds, our beer measured out to 8.3%. 8.6%. It was supposed to be 8.3, I think. Where's our thing? Let's look here. Where'd it go? 8.3. It was supposed to be 8.1%, and we measured out a little stronger than we were, which is great. So we added in about 4.6 ounces of corn sugar with a little bit of water, and that sugar is going to help carbonate these beers as they sit for 2 weeks. We'll try these. Kelly may come on, possibly, for that beer chat on the 24th before vacation. Depends on work. But we're going to try this, the white stout, and the Biden, Riding with Biden, the blood orange wit that we did. So, like I said yesterday, bottling days are fun. Like, I literally started setting up about a half hour before the stream. You know, yeah, the Biden one looked really good. It smells good too. Like that one, the white stout was interesting yesterday too. That's gonna be cool with that chocolate, the hint of chocolate and the coffee in it. So, someone yesterday, Friday, dared me to chug the leftover beer with the orange peels in it, and said no. Right. Back over here. Just the bottles there. There we go. Mute that. I don't want to hear me. We're ripping through all of the bottles here, which is great. So like I said, I'm filling them to here. And then when I pull the wand out, it goes down to about there, which that leaves plenty of room then. So we add carbonation. We've yet to have bottle bombs. So, which is good. We've only had the one accident with the that table beer we did last brew day, where that kind of bubbled over. Thankfully, Kelly didn't see it. I was able to contain the mess. It actually wasn't too bad, but it was quite the shock to go in that evening after brewing and seeing it. It was a mere 7.5 hours later, and it was already active. So, which makes sense. It was a smaller vessel and the same amount of yeast that we use, so it just acted a heck of a lot faster than usual. So that bottling day for that beer and the what was that beer we did? So we have Owls in the Bog we're going to bottle on Wednesday, and then next week, it's Oktoberfest. The Oktoberfest and the table beer, we're going to need another 24 bottles, and I don't know how I'm going to get them in there. I think what I'm going to have to do is run the first batch, put them on the rack, and then run another 25, 26 bottles through, and just when those are done, we'll start bottling then, and just rip through the two batches, the batch and a half, that Wednesday. So, yeah, this is very much, bottling days are fun because they're very much assembly line. I've only had 1 or 2 bottling days where I've gone without Kelly, and it takes, like, we do what, like an hour and a half, I think, 2 of us. When it's just me, it's about 3 hours. So Wednesday could be a long one, although Kelly might get home in time to kind of help save the day, which would be nice. So, and I have a little towel on the floor because the bottling wand drips a little bit. Invictus Wolf, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here and being part of the brew crew. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out this morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. Thanks. We'll bottle again on Wednesday afternoon, about 4 my time, I think. Every Thursday we do a brew chat. We'll do that Thursdays at 3 Central. Well, last week we had a co-stream with Hardcore Sandals, a great streamer here, and she does a lot of cooking. But we did like a little web show, kind of talked about beer, which is nice. And then Saturday, the 19th, I will brew 7 a.m. Central Time. We're gonna make a raspberry ale. I love big pink kitties, which Bacon got to hear the official story. I jumped into his and Bevsy's co-stream Friday on Discord and kind of shared it real quick. Sir Nerds, I will. Am I in trouble? I'll holler at you on Discord, man. All right. Turn here. The other angle. All right. So we're working down here. Got 18-ish bottles to go. Am I splooging in the bottles, or are they just wet from... I sprayed them with sanitizer when I put them in the rack. That could be it too. Oh. So we do label these. We use Avery. We use the generic Avery shipping labels that you find on Amazon. They're like $9 for 100 sheets, and since we're brewing 39 batches of beer, we need that many. We're already on our second pack here since moving. No, I think I got it before we moved. But it's a lot of labels. So I'm excited because we're this close to starting to print the Star Wars labels, and I am super excited about these beers. I think what I want to do, I'm pretty sure I can't show the movie, but I think I might have the camera on me, like on my phone. Maybe I'll mobile stream bits of parts of the Star Wars Brewathon. And if you guys are up or want to stay up all night and kind of watch movies along with us, maybe we'll do that. Just kind of hang out and watch all 7 Star Wars films, and then we're gonna Uber to the fancy theater where you can pick your seats and watch episode 8. So I'll be up for like 29 hours. Probably more because I'll have to work the day before. I think last time we did this, we went to the theater, a group of us, and I was up 45 hours straight. So maybe I'll try to nap on that Thursday before the movie, like in the afternoon before we start. We're going to start at 7 p.m. that Thursday night, and we're going to run straight through. We're going to take like a break at like 4 a.m. after the prequels for some breakfast and get the bad taste of those out of our mouth. And then we'll start the new movies, or the original trilogy, at like 5 or 6 a.m. And then we will take a lunch break after Return of the Jedi, come back, watch The Force Awakens, go have some dinner, and get to the theater. So a couple of my friends were like, we're going to get drunk on all this beer. I'm like, well, we could just have one of each batch. Just because we have 50 bottles for every movie doesn't mean we have to drink all 50. That'd be a bit silly because I don't want to miss the new movie. So we're whipping right along here. Kelly having to dry the bottles is adding a little more time to her side of things. But I think this is way better having this rack out, Kel. I think this is working really well. So we've got about a gallon left in the bucket, so I'll have to start tipping it here at about 6 bottles. But I'm going to say 52 bottles right now, just based on where we're at and how many I have left. So, but thank you guys for hanging out. This is, I'm going to do a lot of nothing the rest of the day. We're going to, actually, we may go run a couple errands with the girls, but like we're basically done cleaning the house. Like we cleaned and did breakfast all before setting up for the stream, which is nice. So. All right. I can't wait for this beer to be ready. And not wait. Approaching 40 bottles here. I really wish when we go on vacation that I could ship some to where we're going, but the cost of that. Like, I got to ship to Rich, one of our mods. I got to ship to Empty Bacon this week. Payday is Tuesday. Bacon's box is going to be pretty dope. It came from Kelly ordered some custom M&Ms for her parents for their 50th wedding anniversary, and the box came foam lined with a little cooler pack in it. So that box is going to be used again. But I wish I could take some with us. Like, we can't fly with it because it'll explode in the plane. So we'll just have it when we get back for the fall. So we're thinking about doing like a tasting with friends coming up. Maybe in September if folks want to come over. I think that'd be kind of fun. Have them try. We've got, what, like 11 kinds, I think, right now? Maybe like 10, 11 beers still going. This empty bottle right here, 48. Have to start tipping here soon. So we do these slow. Like, people ask why I don't do a bigger hose. Yeah. People ask why I don't use a bigger hose and go faster with filling the bottles. We're trying not to oxygenate this beer. We don't want to get oxygen in there. That's going to make the yeast really like hyperactive. Kind of like giving a 5-year-old like a Red Bull. It's not a good thing. So we go nice and slow. And also, it's better for me so I can pay attention and I don't overfill a bottle. So there's some people that can do this one-handed. I don't have that good aim. And I have 12. Yeah, no Red Bull ever for anyone. I don't think I've ever talked about this. My Red Bull story, I discovered Red Bull down at U of I in Champaign, the University of Illinois. It was New Year's, and they had $5 Red Bulls and vodka. I didn't sleep that night, and I thought I was gonna die. I was seeing colors and smelling numbers, and my heart was gonna explode. It was bad. Bacon, Red Bull, 12. You can have 12, sure. I used to work with a guy that talked like, remember the Micro Machines commercials with the guy that talked really fast? He talked like him, and it was back when Red Bull would come to your office and do a visit. And we signed it up for under his name. So, but they had like the Red Bull office party, and he was in heaven. Like, they came in, and his eyes just lit up like, it was pretty funny. No, this is 49, I think. How many you got there, Kel? Oh, we have 51 already. Holy crap! Let's see if we get more than 52. I gotta build something, like get like a cork or like a stopper for the other end of this spout on this bucket, and then like some tubing down to the bottom. Then I wouldn't have to tip it. I just haven't had time to find like a stopper that would fit this. Oh. Looks like what, 52? 52! I called it. Two extra empty clean bottles. And that is how we bottle beer. Where's our glass? Let's get the rest of this in this glass. Oh, yeah. I get to have a warm, flat beer. Thanks, Kel. $52 bottles and a glass. I must ask you a question. Pretty good. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. Off now. Oop. How they look? Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera here like we do, and we'll show you guys the minions. Show you guys the little beer minions all lined up. Change it out. Okay. You're fine. Kelly's like working retail. She's facing stuff out. It's pretty cool. Oh, that would have been bad. I just caught the cord on the thing there. No. There. Somebody hit the beer button for me. That's beautiful. Look at those. Those look good. Hey there. Let's bring you up here, buddy. Hi. There. Hi. Yeah, they look pretty cool there. I like that. And the morning light kind of coming in from outside. So, I'm gonna take. Hey, Roadkill. How you doing? We just finished bottling. Check this out. Where'd it go? There's my Dark Heart, our Black IPA. That's really tasty. I'm gonna turn that camera. I'm gonna clean some stuff, and then I think we should raid somebody. You guys think we should raid somebody? Yeah, it's nice and bitter. It's dark, like my heart. So let's pull these over here. Hey, hey, boo. So set my waterproof tablet right there, so I can still see and talk with you guys. So let me rip through, kind of cleaning this stuff up. Get that done. I'll move our bucket here. I gotta move the computer off the garbage can because I gotta throw the hops away. And remember, if and when you brew beer, dogs and hops do not mix. They're poisonous to dogs. So you gotta be careful with that. That's why we're letting Ray stay in the living room. I'm gonna take the hop sacks out of here in a second, which again, just like on brew day, will look like old man balls. So I'll pull these out. There's our 3 ounces of hops we added. They've been sitting for a week. I'm gonna take them over here off camera and throw them away because we don't need them anymore. And I gotta take garbage out here soon anyway. So, and then you can still see a little bit of yeast in here. So even though we transferred it, that gunk, that's a little bit of a yeast cake there on the bottom and hop gunk. So, Roadkill's here. I like it. I'm so glad you guys came out and hung out. So we're gonna have a batch here soon. I gotta show these. I keep all of our caps kind of sealed up in here. So we've got black, green, yellow, gold, pink, a little more black with letter B's on them, some gold and yellow. There's gonna be a batch at the end of the year that's gonna be all funky and psychedelic looking. Just gonna be every single color that we have, I think. So, and then these are our caps for Wednesday for the Danish lager. So now that I got the water up to the temperature I want, I'm going to kind of rip through stuff, get it cleaned, and then we'll go raid. And then I'm going to remember to do it, holler at Sir Nerds a lot on Discord. And then I'm going to go hang out and have beer later. And hang out with the girls. They won't have beer, but I'll have beer when we play. We're trying to teach them how to play cornhole. And I'm afraid they're going to be used. We have the one we have now has 3 holes in the board. We got it at Target for like $8. It was on clearance, and they're getting pretty good. But I think they're going to think that should be different holes in the board, and not like a typical cornhole board which has 1 hole. So I'm putting our nice glass hydrometer away. I kind of wash that, get that done because it's glass, and I don't want shards of glass in the beer or anything. That'll hurt. So the biggest thing you can remember with brewing is be clean. Clean everything, sanitize everything. Has anyone ever seen the show Monk? It was on USA Network here. Tony Shalhoub was in it. He was a little OCD. He's very OCD. You got to be clean, kind of like Monk. That's the way to kind of think about it. So I wash at the end of a brew day or a beer day, and at the beginning. You seen your mom doesn't clean? Okay. Fred, nice. Hey, 7th Leader. Yeah, Monk's a good show. I wish... So they're doing Psych. They're doing a movie this December, and it's set in San Francisco, and I was hoping for a Monk cameo. Apparently that's not going to happen. Bacon, I bet. Fred would be very bad. So we've had 2 bad batches here. Is Dustin Hoffman in this? Coconut Porter. The first batch I did, I was at our old place. I was getting sick that day. The flu or strep, it was bad. By the end of the day, it was June, and I had on my flannel pajama pants, socks, a hoodie with the hood up, and I was shivering. But I brewed that day, and I did something wrong. and the beer got infected. There was like a layer of mold on top like that, so I had to dump that. We tried that one again later last summer while I was trying to train for the marathon, and I don't think we messed up. We messed up letting it sit for too long in secondary, and then in the airlock, mold grew, so we had to dump that too. It wasn't safe to even try to drink it, so planning out your time and being clean is pretty important. It does, Roadkill. So you need to kind of be obsessive. Like my hands on brew days, I've never showed this. Maybe Saturday I'll take a picture and post it. But my hands are red from all the scrubbing and the hot water and the soap and the sterilizer, the sanitizer, just because I'm cleaning so much stuff so often. And it's mild cleansers too, but I use like our water gets like 110. So yeah, if you're clean, that's the one thing. That's the one advice I can give. This hobby teaches you to be patient, which is one of the reasons I love it. Because I make it, I'm like, I want to drink it now. I want to drink it now, and you can't. You have to wait. An ale will take, like our Star Wars beers, the Phantom Lager and a new ale, the two simple beers that we're doing, those are going to take 5 weeks. They take 3 weeks in the fermenter here, and then 2 weeks in the bottle. And that's the soonest. Like we have our triple that we had on Thursday, our 10.5% beer. We brewed that one in March, and it's taken until 2 weeks ago for it to be ready. So this does teach you to be patient. I mean, having kids teaches you to be patient too, or having a dog teaches you patience, but home brewing just kind of reinforces that. So, but yeah, being clean, that's the biggest thing. And like, I'm saying it again, I love bottling days because I just have these 2 buckets left to clean. Amazing. So I'm going to rinse this out because it's all gross in here. So our raspberry beer, I haven't decided yet for Saturday when we brew that. I don't know that I'm going to put any raspberries in the actual beer on brew day. We may just make the beer, and then in 2 weeks when we go to transfer it to secondary, we'll add the raspberries then. We're going to add frozen raspberries, 3 or 4 pounds. We'll put them in that sack that we used yesterday. You had 2 beers from Compen today? Nice. How were they, Seven? Were they good? I have not yet had a beer yet. It's only 11, almost 11 here. But, as Bacon says, it's noon by him, so I could technically have one. An IPA, a local brewer? Okay. Nice. Alright, so let's start thinking about who we're going to go raid here. Fielders, Bacon, I'll take some input from you guys. Let me know who's on, someone that we can host and pass some of the love on to. We just, the Black IPA. I haven't liked hoppy beers, but I'm excited about this Black IPA we did. Whew, gets so hot my glasses fog up. Good news is our cleaning's done except for the floors. And all this soap and soapy water I'm dumping on the floor is going to be fine because I'm going to mop. Oh, yes. Otaka stout. Shout? Okay. Cool. We will, we'll give them a raid. I like that. Let me finish cleaning up here. Our little bowl of sanitizer we had. Ah, roadkill, nice. Nice, cool. Cool, Seven. Alright, so 1 bucket left. It is beer o'clock. I like it, roadkill. Set this aside. Wash out the valve. Always check your valve. I had an instance where I was filling the bottling bucket, and even though it was pointed up, it was open. So when the bucket got full and past that hole, it started leaking beer on the floor. Beer run, beer run. Get your tags ready, guys. Give me a minute to clean this bucket, and then I'll come over to the computer real quick, say bye and thank you and all that stuff, and we'll go raiding. Thank you guys for being here today. It means a lot. I know it's Mixer, and it's one of those things where a lot of people game here. So I feel kind of out of place on Mixer, I guess, because I'm one of the few cooking channels. I think I'm one of the only brewers. There's guys that do like a beer show. Two dads. I can't think of their tag. But thank you guys for hanging out. It means a lot that you guys are here. It's overwhelming how far this channel's come since starting it. It means a lot, though. It warms my dark heart, if you will. Alright. About wash there. Spray some sanitizer in this. Or bang that around. Sorry for your ears. So we've got sanitizer on the floor in a tote. I've got a spray bottle here that I keep just to kind of help with bigger items like the buckets and stuff. So it's pretty handy. Handy. It's for your hand. Come back over here by the computer. I'm gonna say thank you. I want to thank you guys. It means a lot. I appreciate all of you being here. You don't have to be, and you're taking time out of your Sunday to kind of hang out as we make beers. So this is the fun part of the day where I get to go put all this stuff away and relax with the family. And you guys are awesome. Let me get to the website, and I'll get ready to unhost this or host them. No worries, Bacon. They're kind of weird times sometimes, and I get that. So I love y'all, man. Seriously, like, cheers to you guys. I appreciate all of you. This channel wouldn't be here without the support and you guys here watching. So thanks. I'm gonna unhost here in a sec, and we're gonna go raid Otaku Shout. All right. So we're gonna do beer run. So give me a sec here to get myself set. And we'll go in a sec. So, but thank you again. All right. Thank you guys. Love y'all. See you Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central, or Thursday 3 p.m. Central for our brew chat, and then brew day on Saturday. We're red for brew day, y'all. Thank you guys. Let's go raid in a second.